Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Mystic Monday right here on Britney's Mystics. Now if you don't know me, my name is Britney and I'm a tarot reader, and my goal is to help you through the art of tarot with any problems, questions, and guidance that you may need. Now Mystic Monday is just a little series that I like to do here on Instagram and also as YouTube as well, where I give a general collective message for all of us for the week ahead to see what our angels, our guides, and our ancestors want us to know. Like I said, this is a collective message, so I'm going to be tuning into a lot of different people, a lot of different energies here as I do the reading, so not everything is going to resonate. So really, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and keep it pushing. Now, if you feel called to book a personal reading or if you feel called to tip, all the information is down below, as well as all the information on the decks that I use during this video. And to everyone who continuously watches these and supports me, thank you so much. I am genuinely so grateful for you. Now, without any more talking, let's go ahead and jump into the reading. Alright, Spirit, our angels, guides, ancestors, tuning in to everybody here watching, everybody that's going to watch this video, tuning into the collective. What do we all need to know as a collective for the week ahead? What do we all need to know? Alright, so we have the Ace of Swords here. Excuse me. So with this card, with the Ace of Swords here, this is going to be a very, like, words are really going to be, of power this week. And what I mean by that, I just feel like really speaking up, speaking our minds will really be beneficial. I feel like we're gonna be put in different situations where we're gonna have to speak up, say what we want, say what we need, and really ask for things, question things. It's gonna be a week of just really, stepping into our power and using our words. It also could be a very good week to manifest as well. Maybe try scripting, or just speaking things out loud about things that you want, speaking things over yourself and over your life, over your loved ones. Also, I feel like if you've been feeling either uninspired or have some type of like creative block with the Ace of Swords, this is a card of like ideas and epiphanies, essentially, is kind of like how I like to be this card. So I feel like, maybe if you don't really do anything creative for like work or anything like that, I feel like you're just gonna get like hit with an idea and it's gonna be something really good. So any ideas that come to you this week, even if you personally don't think it's a good idea, I feel like if you talk to someone about it, they're gonna like let you know, like, yo, that's like a really good idea. So really, listen to, your thoughts, listen to your ideas, really, just really focus on the power in your words this week. Alright, Spirit, what else? What else do we need to know? Okay, Four of Cups. Yeah, so it's kind of like what I was saying. I feel like if you like get presented with any ideas or like little bits of wisdom or anything, maybe this week your guides or your angels or your ancestors or whoever will really be speaking to you this week. So really pay attention. Make sure that you're not missing out on things or like ignoring it or like, no, it's not a good idea, or like, no, I don't want to do that, whatever happens. I'm also kind of like seeing like Spirit asking you to do something that's gonna like help take you to the next level, but I feel like it may be like something out of your comfort zone, something that's not really going to make you feel the best because you don't want to do it, but I feel like you're gonna need to do it because, like I said, it's gonna be something that's gonna help raise you to the next level, raise your vibration, take you to that next step of like success. So really pay attention to, oops, dropped the card. Really pay attention to the signs that you're receiving, especially in words. Really pay attention to messages. Maybe I just saw like a billboard in my head, so I feel like they're gonna be very like I feel like it's gonna be very obvious. Like, so even if you feel like, oh, like I don't have spirit guides, you do, or like, oh, I can't hear anything, you can. And even if you feel like that, it's gonna be really obvious anyway, so it's not like you're gonna like have to like do some like third eye opening meditation to be able to receive whatever messages that are going to be coming to you this week. But even like like I said, I saw a billboard in my mind, so I feel like it's gonna be very obvious, and I feel like there may be an actual message for you like on a billboard. So if you're driving, or you know, you just see billboards, if you're just outside out and about, really pay attention to them, because I feel like there's gonna be kind of like a little message in there that's really gonna resonate with you, even though it just like looks like a regular normal billboard for like advertising. But I feel like the message on there is going to be very specific, and it's really going to resonate with you, and it's really going to like help you. I feel like it's going to cause something to like click in your mind, especially with that Ace of Swords here. So another thing to keep in mind as we go into this new week. Ooh, okay. Okay, interesting. So we have the Two of Swords in reverse, and then we also the Hierophant came out. So Taurus energy here. So you could be a Taurus, or a Taurus could be, you know, could be playing a big role in your life this week. So the Two of Swords and the Hierophant, I kind of like see this as this week. You may be questioning things, like especially when it comes to either like religion, tradition, rules. I even like seeing like the word like heirlooms too, or just like something that's like I said, traditions, or just something that's been passed down along, maybe in like in your family or in your culture. With this energy, I feel like you're really going to be questioning things, and it could be have to do, maybe you're going to receive some type of like sign or whatever, and then you're going to start like questioning, you know, whatever that sign was about. You're just gonna, it's gonna be like a energy just like unsure of like it's gonna feel like everything you've been told has been like a lie with these cards right here. So for some of y'all this week, you may be going through like an actual like an awakening, and just like receiving downloads that just really cause you to either like start, like I said, start questioning everything, or that is really, you know, just open your mind up and open your worldview to like a whole completely different and new and exciting thing. So really be on the lookout for that. The wrong set of cards with these. Really be on the lookout for that with the Two of Swords in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. I just really see this as like questioning and challenging, and also deciding, like maybe you've already been in that energy of like questioning things, or like unsure if like it feels like everything you've been taught has been a lie. Maybe if you're already going through some type of like cycle or pattern like that, I feel like this week you're going to be kind of coming to a decision on whether or not you want to continue with what you've been taught, or if you want to start going down a new road and kind of like see like what lies ahead of you in this new direction and this new pathway that is opened up for you. So another little thing to keep in mind. All right, anything else? The Hermit in reverse. Okay. All right, so this card, let's see what, like I heard and I saw like a house, but I saw like the roof being like opened or like coming off. And I like with this card, even though typically with those cards, like it'll be the Hermit in reverse is like usually it means like you're isolating yourself too much, or you're spending too much time alone, and that could be you, or that could be the message that, you know, resonates with you more, is, you know, so you've been isolating yourself a little too much. Maybe, you know, get out there, you know, communicate and get some socialization in. But the main message that I was hearing with this is kind of like what I was saying with the Hierophant and the Two of Swords. It's like when I said like your whole worldview is going to be kind of opened with the Hermit in reverse. I feel like this is going to be you not becoming as like sheltered and closed off. And that's like kind of like I was saying, like the roof of a house being opened, like especially because like your home, or typically your home is like your safe place, or where you feel relaxed and secure and private. But if you're in your home and your roof comes off, now you're really exposed. Now it's not a safe place. You're not as sheltered as you once were a couple seconds ago when the roof was on the house. So what I'm getting with this, with the Hermit in reverse, and especially with the energy that I've been talking about like an awakening, like I said, I just feel like that's gonna be you. You're gonna kind of go through some type of like situation for some of y'all where you're gonna be like forced to open up and not be so closed off, and be open to receiving any messages and guidance and, you know, trials or whatever, you know, spirit places in front of you, and kind of be forced, you know, to not be, you know, like on, you know, a path alone and being sheltered and isolating and just, you know, sticking to yourself, not really venturing out and seeing what else is out there. You know, I feel like you're gonna really be forced to step out of your comfort zone. That's the word I'm looking for, stepping out of your comfort zone. All right, any last messages? All right, so the back of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. Like I said, if you've been isolating yourself a lot, it's time to get out there and socialize, get out there with a friend group, safely of course, wear your mask or do something virtual. But I feel like some socialization is definitely needed for some of y'all. But the card that also popped out was the Emperor, and it kind of, when I saw it, it was in reverse, but I kind of like was told to flip it upright. So the Emperor in reverse, so a lot of masculine energy. This is fatherly energy. You could be an Aries. The Hermit also was Virgo, so you have Taurus, Virgo, and then now we have Aries energy here. So with kind of like the theme kind of going on here about kind of stepping out and being forced to step out of your comfort zone, receiving messages or being put in situations that kind of like cause you to go through your own awakening, or if you feel like you've already gone through awakening, guess what, it's going to happen again. But I feel like this is going to really help you step into your power. It's going to force you to really, you know, become more confident. It's going to force you to set boundaries with people. You know, maybe you're going to be really assessing your friend group and seeing that those people just aren't for you anymore, and you just do not vibe with them anymore, and you're going to be like, you know what, I'm elevating, I'm ascending, I'm awakening, and you're just not for me anymore, and I'm stepping into my own power, I'm setting my own boundaries now, and you're not going to be able to cross those boundaries anymore. With the Emperor here, also, I mean, I keep going back to kind of like the father figure and like father energy. So maybe with whatever you go through this week, especially if it's some type of like spiritual thing, it could have to do with your father. Maybe it could be either strengthening that relationship that you have with your father, or it could be healing that relationship that you have with your father. It's kind of like another little message. I feel like that's very specific for just, you know, one or a couple people, but just also something to keep in mind there. All right, and I'm also going to pull some cards from this deck, which is actually just a deck of cards. This is actually how my great grandma, apparently she used to read cards and she would just use a deck. So I'm just gonna pull this and just see what any other additional messages, maybe kind of get an overview of like the energy of this coming week. Okay, Seven of Diamonds. So this would kind of translate to Seven of Pentacles in the tarot, but when it comes to like decks of cards, it's a little bit different. This is definitely more intuition based. So with the Seven of Pentacles here, this is gonna be like, okay, so what's sticking out to me is how 7 is an odd number, right? So there's one little diamond in the middle that is, you know, just alone, doesn't have a partner. And so this kind of reminds me of what I was saying with like the friend group thing. For some of y'all this week, you're gonna realize that you don't vibe or really resonate with your friend group anymore, and you may, you know, feel left out. You know, you may be in that hermit energy, feeling like a loner, kind of, sort of. But I feel like it's gonna be for your own good and, you know, your own well-being. And also with the seven of diamonds or Seven of Pentacles, this is really gonna be like, kind of like I was saying with the Ace of Swords, this is gonna be a really powerful week for words and like speaking things over your life and manifesting. And with the Seven of Diamonds, this is gonna be a really good time, like I said, to plant seeds. You know, plant seeds and start reaping your seeds. So maybe by the end of the year, I feel like whatever you want to manifest and bring into your life and accumulate and cultivate into your life by the end of the year, by the end of 2020, this is going to be the time to plant those seeds and start reaping those seeds and start kind of figuring out what it is that you want to cultivate if you don't know already. But if you do know and you've been thinking about it, now's the time to start acting on it. All right, anything else? All right, Two of Hearts. So this is going to translate to Two of Cups in terms of tarot. Kind of like a personal way that sometimes I read the Two of Cups is like a lot of the card usually means like coming into a partnership or coming into a commitment with someone, but I also see the Two of Cups or the Two of Hearts in this case as like connecting with your higher self and really building that relationship with your higher self and trying to align with your higher self. The key word is alignment. So like I said, I feel like a lot of y'all, or there's going to be a very just key energy of just like awakening and everyone kind of like, I guess kind of like opening your third eye, but you know, just really connecting with your higher self and falling into that bond with yourself, with your higher self at least, or just really connecting to that spiritual side of you and just finding that, you know, really, you know, good emotional balance as well. All right, so I'm going to pull from those cards. Now I'm going to pull from my Numerology deck and see what key themes or areas are going to be of focus this week. All right, Spirit, what areas are going to be of focus this week? What do we need to focus on? Let's see, card 71, health. So, I mean, this goes without saying, I feel like if you need to go to a doctor, I've been putting aside doctor's appointments, make those appointments this week, or go see the doctor this week, but at least get those appointments in. Really just make sure you're taking care of your health. Maybe, you know, if you haven't been exercising as much, you know, do what you can, do what you want to. Don't force yourself to exercise. It's way more fun to do something that you enjoy, whether if it's, you know, yoga, dancing, going for a walk, a bike ride, or maybe if you really enjoy like lifting weights, then you know, go lift some weights, you know, do something fun, but also something that nourishes and helps strengthen your body with the health card, and of course eating healthy and all that. Let's see, okay, card number 4, perseverance. So like, all right, so with this card, kind of like what I'm hearing, I feel like with this week and the energy that we've kind of like built so far in this reading, the energy that we've been talking about during this reading, you know, if you do go through some type of awakening or some type of like shift and you know how you start viewing things, it may get tough. And you know, especially if especially if it goes to that point where you just like cut off your friends when you realize that they're not the people that you know that they, you know, once were to you, or you just don't vibe with them anymore. It's gonna get lonely. But don't try to go back to those things or those people that, you know, kind of don't resonate with you anymore. So really persevere through that. That's the message that I'm getting with that card. So that could apply for some of you or just one of you, but still, perseverance. And then card 61, self-love. So again, you know, with the perseverance card, if it gets to that point where it starts feeling lonely or like, oh, did I make the right choice? You know, am I on the right path? Just really be gentle on yourself, really love on yourself, and you know, just really tell yourself it's gonna be okay. And like at the beginning of the reading, I said with that Ace of Swords, so you know, speak, you know, good things over yourself and over your life. So really speak like some self-love affirmations and mantras and manifestations over your life this week, the self-love card. All right, so I usually don't pull from this deck, but I'm going to see what Bible verse comes out this week. And it's kind of funny because the reason I felt called to this deck is because I feel like there's gonna be someone who's, you know, Christian watching this out of curiosity. So this is for you. Let's see what Jesus has to say, you know? What Bible verse? Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So let your light shine before men. So with this energy in this verse, in this card, I really like this. So this is just like it says, let your light shine. Really step into your power this week, especially that Emperor. Kind of like I was saying, I'm pretty sure I said we're going to be stepping into our power and just really, you know, strengthening ourselves and connecting with our higher self. Our light is going to be shining this week, and everyone's going to see that. I feel like this week you're really just going to be glowing. People are just going to be very, you know, drawn to you, attracted to you. They're going to see your glow up, especially, you know, you're going to be glowing up spiritually, and you're also going to be glowing up physically, and people are going to see that, and they're going to be drawn to you, and they're going to be asking, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing different? What's the secret? And you're going to be like, I'm ascending. I'm awakening. I'm connecting to my higher self. And you're going to be glowing, and it's going to be beautiful. So there's that little thing, a little new thing there with those cards. All right, and now I'm going to pull some self-love cards and see how we can love on ourselves this week. How can we take care of ourselves this week, especially with that self-love card coming out in the Numerology deck. All right, Spirit, how can we practice self-care this week? How can we practice self-care this week? Okay. Hydrate. So make sure that you're drinking your water, you're staying hydrated. My personal goal as of lately is trying to drink at least 1 liter of water a day. So hydrate, drink your water. How else can we care for ourselves? Look to the stars. Okay, so with this card, this could either talk about like physically actually, you know, going outside and looking, you know, towards the stars, looking at shooting stars, you know, pointing out different constellations or planets, or just like kind of just seeing the beauty of the night sky. But also in this card, you can see the zodiac symbols. So with this card, with the Look to the Stars card, it also could be maybe pay attention to any like horoscopes for your sign this week. And if you know your sun, moon, and rising, look for your sun and your rising sign. When you look at your horoscopes or any messages that are specifically for the signs, really pay attention to that this week, because I feel like there's going to be a message there for you. And especially with the cards that I pulled out about, like what I was saying about how Spirit is really going to be putting messages in front of you, and you're going to be receiving a lot of messages this week from your spirit guides, from your angels, your ancestors, whoever, you know, you connect with or whoever you talk to. They're going to be placing a lot of signs and messages in front of you, and it could be in the form of like, you know, horoscopes and like zodiac messages. All right, anything else that we can do to care for ourselves this week, Spirit? Anything else? Okay. Ooh, that's a lot. That's my mistake. Okay. Alright, so we have Beauty Ritual. So I feel like this card may have come out last week. So I feel like if this card did come out last week, that means that y'all neglected this message and you did not care for yourself, love on yourself, or do something nice for yourself. So make sure you do it this week, because your body needs it. It needs some time to, you know, rejuvenate and get pampered and, you know, treat yourself. And then we have card 53. Use your hands. So right here she's actually doing, you know, pottery, clay works. Maybe if you do that, get back into that. Maybe if you play an instrument or paint or draw or do beadwork or, you know, knit. Use your hands this week. Get crafty. You know, that really could be your beauty ritual. Maybe, you know, using your hands to create your own like face mask or body scrub, something like that. So use your hands this week. Garden, you know, just do something fun. Use your hands, you know, instead of, you know, be on your phone or something, you know, look up a craft to do. And then we have the Be Still card. So like it says, just be still. Maybe if you've been really on the go last week or this month and you just haven't really been taking any breaks for yourself, you know, like take a nap, meditate, just lay down. You know, she's laying down and there's like the night sky around her, so it could be, you know, just laying down, being still and looking at the stars. Look at that. So stargaze and just lay down and just, you know, enjoy the peace and the stillness and the quiet and just kind of like look at the beauty of the night sky. All right, last but not least, the angel answers. So while I'm shuffling right now, I want you to think of a question. It can be any question. It can be a yes or no question. Try not to ask the same question that you asked, you know, the past couple weeks when I do this. Try to think of a new question. All right, what's the answer, angels? What is the answer? So we have there's something better. In the back of the deck is trust. There's something better and trust. So, you know, either one of these could be your answer or like both of these could be your answer. Again, like I said, this is a collective message, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, you know, and just let it flow. Let the messages flow. All right, so that is all the cards and the messages I will pull for this week. If this resonated, you know, let me know down in the comments. And again, if you feel called to tip or if you feel called to book a personal reading with me, that information is down below, and I will see you next week. Bye.